What would you say are some of the successes you achieved during your period here?
We made the situation conducive for political arena to take root. Then thereafter, we also saw that there was a lot of stimulation on the side of the economy. The airport now was receiving more than 20 aircrafts. As per now, it's per day. The seaport was bringing in 20 to 30 ships docking, depending on the state of the sea. We had so many people returning from diaspora. You can see the city has already changed its shape. There was nobody here before. But now there's building, shops are mushrooming, restaurants, as you move around, plus the traffic jam which has taken place.
AMISOM is a victim of its own success in that they were able to capture and push al-Shabaab back quickly, but too quick in the sense that they ran out of troops to actually handle the territories that they captured, and that over the last 6 or so months there's been a halt in operations. That's the reason why al-Shabaab has been able to operate, and we've seen maybe an increased number in IEDs, suicide bombings, and the recent attack in Nairobi, Kenya, the Westgate Mall. Would you say the fact that you've been stretched as a force has actually facilitated Shabaab to continue up their operations in Somalia?
I don't think so, because what I should be able to tell you is that in the military there are phases of war. There is a war where there's a start when you start an offensive. Reaching somewhere, you should consolidate the achievements first before you proceed to the next objective. So the phase where we are right now is a consolidation phase. You know also that down the road, 21 years, there has been a vacuum in areas where al-Shabaab was controlling. There were no administrative structures. So we are finding a very big problem. You cannot be able to push forward before settling up the area you have already captured. So you need to organize the home, clean it properly, then go to the next objective. And those are the stages we are moving on. So it doesn't mean that al-Shabaab has gained. No, al-Shabaab is on run. It is on run. And as soon as we start an offensive, the next offensive, find that the stories to be enumerated again that they are able to fight, they will not be there.
Recently, we saw that the United Nations Security Council approved additional troop numbers, about 3 battalions for the force on the ground to help in the fight against Shabaab. Do you feel that those numbers are enough? And also the fact that they only have a 2-year mandate to start with. Is that enough to get the job finished and to get it done properly?
The number of troops was increased from 12,000 to 17,000 with some force enablers and multipliers. But despite lack of force multipliers and enablers, we were able to open up. We were able to go to these 4 sectors. We were able to deploy. And we were able to recover larger areas from al-Shabaab. So with the approval of more forces on the ground, we shall be able to at least get key areas whereby we know that it's the taps which provide al-Shabaab with the finances to finance the war will be closed.
One of your major partners in your operation in Somalia is the SNA forces. And you've had to work with them and go on operations with them. Where do they stand right now as an operational unit, as a force? And if they do require more help, what is it that they require?
In the army, training is a process which has got its own stages. We started training at a battalion. Then we came up to now, we trained up 2 brigades from Bianga. These are the 2 brigades which are ready with the front line with the AMISOM forces. 1 brigade was given to Burundi, another brigade was given to Uganda, contingents to mentor them. And then also with the logistical support from the US government and stipends from partner states, we are able now to make sure that this force is becoming used to what is supposed to the role they are supposed to do on the ground. And our end state is that at the end of the day, they should be able to take over, especially now with the UN having lifted the arms embargo. They will be well polished on the side of weaponry.
AMISOM as a structure, do you feel that's the way forward for a lot of African countries in conflict? Should they use the AMISOM model as a way of solving their crisis and also tackling extremism?
I think the way forward is the AMISOM style of operation. This, it's not a peacekeeping, it's a robust kind of operation. And you find at the end state, at the end of the day, after leveling the ground, the peacekeeping comes in. So I see that the AMISOM model should really be employed in solving the crisis in the continent. I'm already seeing that Somalia is returning to its glory. This is evidence on the ground, you cannot deny. And it's the whole world is already recognizing Somalia as a state. So with the support, I don't think there will be any backsliding.